I'd like a large coffee.
Bak, Dirk Allah.
Why are you talking like that?
Dirka, Muhammad Jihad.
Knock it off.
Haka Sherpa, Bakala.
That's an excellent question.
My name is Ahmed. I'm a terrorist.
There you go. Good. You're talking.
What's up, guys? It's your boy Benny. You ready for some pumpkin spice jihad? That's what Starbucks is serving up, as the Starbucks union has now sided with Hamas terrorists, leading to a massive lawsuit via the corporate entity Starbucks against the union. Man, boy, we are ready for the civil war on the left. And the left is very bad at fighting civil wars, as we've learned in American history. Democrats fought a civil war in order to, of course, keep a practice going that they would like to very much distance themselves from today. And, well, they lost that one. And it looks like they're going to lose the internal civil war against their own worldview and against their own radicals, Marxist radicals. This is what you get when you side with the communists, okay? This is what you get. AOC-backed Starbucks union cheers for Hamas terror attacks. Here's a photo of AOC with the Starbucks workers union. So what happened here, ladies and gentlemen? Why do they always look like this? Why do they always look just straight out of central casting? Why do these people so damaged? So damaged, so broken. Why? Why are communists always ugly? Why are they always hideous? As armed Hamas terrorists beheading Jewish babies and blah, 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 all the bad things, Starbucks workers union, backed by far left AOC, socialist Bernie Sanders, and brain-dead John Fetterman, have proudly signaled public support for the invasion of Israel. Starbucks Workers United, an affiliate service employees union, voiced solidarity with Palestine in a since-deleted post. Freeing Palestine was never going to be flowers and baby animals. What? Huh? Okay. I mean, listen, again, as I've said many times over, I get there are very passionate people on both sides. I'm, by nature, anti-war. I'm pro being able to defend yourself. But, and you may have grievances against the state of Israel. That doesn't mean you fly in dark night, slaughter everyone, take hostages, and kill Americans. You killed Americans. You're supporting killing Americans. That's what they're doing. Victory is ours. This is the Starbucks union saying. Victory is ours? They killed Americans, you fucking pricks. And they still have like 20-some American hostages. Here we go. Here's the actual photo. Freeing Palestine was never going to be flowers and baby animals. What do you expect? The organizer. So they're straight up making excuses. They're straight up making, they're literally victim blaming here. And saying that Israel deserved it. Oh, yikes. Starbucks Employees Union expressed support for Palestine. So this represents 9,000 baristas in solidarity with Palestine. The union's based in Buffalo, New York, deleted the post, but liked a tweet from one of his members saying, once again, free Palestine. So now senators are calling for a boycott and an investigation into Starbucks for terrorism support. Starbucks swiftly distanced itself from the union, asserting the condemnation of the act of terrorism. Don't let these people into your company. This is the problem. A company like Starbucks, they have existed off of the labor of these lunatics and these left-wing freaks, and now you're going to have to suffer the consequences, much like Target did, right? Target saw these huge losses inside of their company when they went like full child predator during Pride Month. Oh, I mean, that's not being superfluous in how we talk about this. Like that, we went and saw it for ourselves. Like it was in the children's section. The Pride, the transgender and Pride display was in the children's section with children's swag and some items designed by Satanists. So anyway, just understand that this is what happens when you let the goblins and the orcs inside of Helm's Deep, right? When you let them inside of the castle, expect chaos. Disgusting. Every American should condemn the atrocities of the Iran-backed Hamas terrorists. This is what Rick Scott, very powerful senator, says. Boycott Starbucks until leadership strongly denounces and takes actions against the horrific support of terrorism. So here's the Starbucks union. Again, these people are directly out of central casting. I mean, look at these people. Look at this. Have you ever seen a pretty communist? No, they all look like this. Have you ever look at the sweat mark? Look at the sweat stains. This person's sweating. Yeah. Ugh. Can you imagine what this guy smells like? Old Indian food in a used diaper. Why? So damaged. Dude, raise your kids better. Man, Americans need to raise their kids better. Dude. Starbucks Workers Union voiced solidarity with Palestine after Hamas attack. Yeah. So here's a good one. This one's great. And check this out. They actually show a bulldozer like ripping through Israel. Bulldozer operated by the Gaza resistance tearing down the Israeli occupation fence erected on the border. Solidarity! Starbucks Workers Union. Uh-oh. Spaghetti-o. So this ain't gonna fly. Howard Schultz, who is of Ashkenazi Jewish descent, and Starbucks corporate team worked together with the Orthodox Jewish Chamber of Commerce to identify union-owned stores and take legal action on its support of Hamas. So this is interesting. So now Starbucks is suing the unions. Ooh, baby. Ah, it's delicious. It's delicious. The civil war is now upon us. You created this monster. You gave the monster cookie, and now you are going to have to figure out how to deal with these people who back terrorist organizations instead of you. So here is apparently the founder and chief executive officer of Starbucks. We've been deeply troubled by the spread of misinformation and inflammatory headlines stemming from the images and statements last week by Workers United. We strongly disagree with the views expressed by Workers United, including local affiliates, union organizers who identify as members of Starbucks Workers United. None of these groups speak on behalf of Starbucks Coffee Company and do not represent our company's views, positions, or beliefs. Their words and actions belong to them and them alone. So now it seems like they're going to be today the company filed a complaint in federal court against the Workers United Union and Service, SEIU, citing misuse of name, logo, and intellectual property when posing statements in an image of a bulldozer tearing down part of the Israeli-Gaza border wall. Well, that's interesting. Because you can see there this sort of the Starbucks logo and the Starbucks name, the Starbucks branding here all over the place. I mean, this kind of stuff does horrible damage. I mean, obviously, horrible damage to brands, right? I mean, again, just look over at BLM. Like, BLM posted this hot garbage here, obviously making iconography out of the terrorists who swooped down from the sky to go slaughter people. The woman in charge of BLM Grassroots, Melina Abdullah, is a professor of Pan-African Studies, because of course she is. So this is, again, Black Lives Matter went full in to support the terrorists. Like, as soon as given a chance to support terrorist group, another terrorist group, Black Lives Matter, sided with them. And of course, Nancy Pelosi knelt down in favor, knelt down to thank them for their terrorism. Yeah. Every BLM Chicago, everyone in BLM should be deported to Gaza. Yeah, sure. Hey, listen, I think it's great. Go live there. See how long. See how long your activism lasts under Sharia law. BLM support terrorist cause because they're terrorists. This is why all the arson was during the Summer of Love. Violence, political change, terrorism. Find the line. Find the line. People are finding out, man. It's very interesting. Dave Chappelle triggers walkout during show after controversial statements. The temperature is high, okay? Temperature is high. That's why we try our hardest to be careful. Like, when there was a bombing last week, we were one of the only people who were, like, really cautious about where we were getting our information, like, gave both sides and said, we're going to wait to see what happens here. Dave Chappelle triggers walkout in Boston show after comedians slammed Hamas attack, Israel's war crimes, and pro-Palestinian students who've had job offers next. Well, there you go. So apparently people walked out because they didn't like Dave Chappelle's take on this. Yeah, well, whatever. Don't go to a Dave Chappelle show if you don't want to be offended, obviously. Ladies and gentlemen, though, the guy Howard Schultz, who was the CEO of Starbucks from 1986 to 2000 and 2008 to 2017, and who had just stepped down this year, yeah, he is of Jewish descent. So when the union, the Starbucks union, is posting about how great they love this attack on the Jewish state, you can imagine that didn't go over great inside of the Starbucks boardroom or any boardroom. I mean, it doesn't matter. Like, quite frankly, it shouldn't matter at all. There is something called the fog of war, and there's no such thing as angels in war, and you should be very cautious of people who say they are on the side of the angels in wartime, okay? Those people are always lying to you. So there are varying degrees of shades of, what's going on here. You can agree and disagree with certain tactics. I mean, it's ugly. It's going to be ugly, okay? In the Israel-Gaza war. But you can't make heroes out of the terrorists. You barbarian morons, you orcs, you smooth-brained imbeciles, you goblins. You can't make them the heroes. You don't have to like either side. That's an option here, right? It's an option to just be like, I don't like either side or what they're doing. That's fine. But like to make heroes out of the terrorists, that doesn't get a pass. No. Good for Starbucks for suing these people. Why are they all so ugly? Why are they all so smelly? I don't know. Ugh. Ugh. Physiognomy of the communist. Karl Marx was a dirty old smelly bum, right? Karl Marx was out of work. He didn't do anything with his life. He just sat there and just ruined human existence from a library. He was a bum. He slept on his buddy's couch. Some rich capitalist paid for Karl Marx to do his stupid research. These people, they're all the same. They're all the same. Okay? They're all the same. Stop drinking their trash coffee too. Pumpkin spice jihad. It's your boy Benny. Like, share, and subscribe. See ya.